Hello, Generals, and welcome into this Friday, January 24th edition of the 5-Star News. I'm Carter Smith.
And I'm Jackson Bibb. And Carter, we have a ton of great information and stories to get to our viewers today, so let's jump right into it.
Sounds good to me, and we'll start the show off today with our announcement segment. We call it What's Up Heritage. Here's Emily Damron, Ava Phillips, and Rory Pepper. Let's hear it, ladies.
Thanks for that nice introduction, guys. I'm Rory, and this is Ava, and we have a few big announcements.
So let's jump right into it.
We'll start things off by reminding you guys that incoming sophomore, juniors, and seniors need to start thinking about this upcoming year and your school schedule. You'll be selecting your classes on February 12th to the 27th on Student Portal.
Now on to some sports news. If you feel like getting jiggy with it, Saturday there will be a dance competition at Mill Creek. Go out and show your support for the Generals.
Moving on, if you love princesses, then head over to the Heritage High School Gymnasium on February 24th at 10 a.m. for Tea with Belle. The prizes are $35 per child and include a light-up rose, a picture with Belle, a tea event, and a ticket to the Beauty and Beast production.
Now let's get you over to Emily for the weather.
Thanks, Ava. Now let's jump into the 4-day weather forecast.
Starting off by telling you that Friday we're going to see some thunderstorms with a high of 62 and a low of 54. Saturday there will continue to be thunderstorms with the low hitting 47 and the high hitting 60. Sunday will be cloudy with the high reaching 46 and the low being 40. And then lastly, Monday, it will continue to be cloudy, getting a little colder with the low hitting 29 and the high hitting 47.
Now let's get you to Jackson and Carter from our news.
Thanks, girls, and great job.
And now on to the news in Jackson. Check this out. Our HOSA department had several students performing at their region competition late last week.
Yeah, what happened?
Well, some of them placed at regions are now headed on to the state competition in Atlanta next month.
No, that's worth a shout out.
And our 5-star reporters, Owen Bryant and Brody Morrison, spent some time with a few of those students and Miss Henley earlier this week and have more on that story next in this report.
We are very excited that we had several students who made it through regional competition and they can now go on and compete on the state level. We had Kinsley Abels, who placed in veterinary science, Georgia King in psychotherapy.
I did behavioral health and I'm really excited. The first test was just a computerized test that we took, and sometime in March, we're going to be traveling out to Atlanta for a few days, and we're going to stay down there for the conference, and that's when you take the test against other people in our region.
Ava Morrison and Haley Wire has a team in forensic science. Grant Wilson, Alexis Falkenberry, and Vanessa Goodwin in the new class of phlebotomy.
Phlebotomy, that's the person who sucks your blood, basically. They take it out of you, and they take it to the lab and run tests on it. But yeah, they just take it out of your vein, and they do different things like finger sticks, heel sticks on babies, just different blood tests.
I'm actually really excited. This is my first year actually qualifying for state. Every year I've taken it, and I've just barely missed the mark. But this year, now that it's my junior year, I'm really excited, and hopefully I can go back again my senior year. So I'm really looking forward to it.
We're very excited in the coming days to see who is going on to Atlanta, and we will keep you guys updated on how we do.
Congratulations, guys, and good luck at state.
Jackson, what is your thoughts on school field trips?
Trick question. I love me some field trips.
Oh, yeah, me too. But have you ever heard of a field trip that takes place right here at school?
I don't think I have.
Well, listen up. All freshmen taking the From Here to Career class this semester got to take that very field trip yesterday.
So what's the point of that?
To give every freshman the ability to tour some of our Heritage's career classes and see if they have any desire to take those courses.
Well, how'd that go?
Pretty good, I think. Here's 5-star reporters Stephen Solomon, Jace Perez, and myself with the story.
So yesterday, the From Here to Career classes went to all the career tech classes. We call it our CTA field trip because we want our students as freshmen to know what we offer in this building. What are their opportunities? What are all the classes that helps build those programs? So we go to agriculture and graphic design and public safety and all the different CTA classes. And it's just a great opportunity for our students to see for their future what we offer and how they can prepare themselves. And so it's always a great time for us to come back and have conversations, to do graduation plans. It informs them when we do graduation plans exactly what they can take, how they can be prepared. If they love healthcare, if they want to be a nurse, they want to be a doctor, it gives them an opportunity to hear from our health teachers what they offer and how that prepares them. So just always a great day in the semester. They love it. They have a great time because they get out of class, but at the end of the day, it really has a phenomenal purpose and helping them, to see what Heritage High School offers them for their future.
Hi, I'm Coach Dotson. I teach the drafting classes here at Heritage High. I teach two separate pathways, technical drafting, and I also teach architectural drafting. In Intro to Drafting, you kind of get a flavor of both classes. While in that class, we learn to do manual drawings, create working drawings. We use a lot of geometry, and we use a lot of mathematics.
The CTA tour, it opened my eyes about the different careers that I could do after high school, the different credits I can do while in high school, and yeah.
The CTA helped me learn the careers and more about them and what I could do after high school and the credits and stuff.
Looks like most of them enjoyed that field trip.
Yeah, moving on now to some news coming out of another one of those career classes.
This one being Miss Handy's ag class.
Our FFA students are selling flowers again this year just in time for Valentine's Day.
Great timing for sure. How can students take advantage of the sale?
Not sure, but 5-star news reporters David Butler and Parker Scott talked with Miss Handy and a few of her students yesterday to find out more. Roll it, guys.
So we've got our Valentine's Day flower sale going on right now. We'll actually be set up during lunch from February 1st till February 9th.
I'm here in front of the Ag Room. This is the Valentine's Day flower sale. It starts on February 1st, and you should really buy some flowers because it's a great fundraiser for the Ag program. Buy them for someone you love.
If you want to order flowers for that special somebody, or maybe that not special somebody, you can. We've got roses and carnations coming in. You can do either single stem roses, single stem carnations. Prices are anywhere from $2 to $30 for a full dozen roses. Florist quality, only the best for our Heritage Generals. And they'll be delivered either during first or third block on Valentine's Day. So what a great way to show your love.
Hard to believe Valentine's Day is just right around the corner.
Well, speaking of right around the corner, we have our sports anchors Owen Carsons and Court Babin getting loose for their sports report. That's coming up right after our commercial break.
Yep, the guys will be talking basketball, football, and dance today. So hang on with us after the break. Sports is next.
Welcome into sports, everyone. Court Babin and my tag team partner Owen Carson's back with you again today for some Heritage Sports News.
And Court, today we have 3 big stories to give everyone, and we'll start with basketball again on this Friday.
So our boys and girls were in action this past Tuesday, taking on region counterpart Central Carrollton right here at the Taj.
For the girls, it was a chance to continue their win streak and stay atop the Region 7 4A standings.
And for the boys, it was a chance to pull off a huge upset against the top seed in the region.
How did the games turn out, Court?
Here's Owen and Deacon Lewis for the game's recaps.
So, played a pretty tough game last night at home against Central. Probably slept walk a little bit through the first half, and got going a little bit in the second quarter, and kind of just sustained it in the second half, where we kind of just kept them at arm's length and played well enough to win, convincingly. So it's always good to get a region win. Especially by 20 plus points. So
it was pretty good. We didn't play our best, but we still won by a good bit, which is good.
We played 2 region games this weekend, which is big. Play Cedartown on the road Friday, which is always a tough place to play. And they just played a really tough game last night against Northwest at home and kind of dropped that one by 2 or 3 points. So they're going to be ready to go. And
I feel like we have a good chance of winning. It'll give us an opportunity to work on things that we need to work on for the Northwest game Tuesday.
Of course, quick turnaround Saturday, Southeast at home for senior night. So always important to send the seniors out with a win. And so that's going to be a big focus this week too. So just need to have a lot of focus at practice, a lot more than we did going into the first half of last night's game. But again, I sound like I'm complaining, but we're sitting at 5-0 in the region and on a little win streak, so we just got to keep it going. So
tough one last night against Central. Thought the guys played really well. I challenged them the day before in practice and kind of before the game because we really didn't live up to the standards that we've set Heritage Boys basketball to look like against Norville. So I thought the guys responded really well. Played about as well as we can play. Central's just very athletic, fast, big, strong. Just a tough matchup, but we battled them for about 3.5 quarters. Just ran out of gas at the end.
I feel like the team gave it its all. Central was really, really good, and then they played good, and then we probably played our best basketball that game.
Friday, Cedartown at Cedartown, important game. Right now we sit third in the region, so it'd be huge for us to pick up that win on Friday.
The Cedartown game today, they have a really good post, and then if we stop him from scoring, we have a chance to blow them out.
And then senior night on Saturday, get to celebrate guys who have poured so much into this program, and it'll be a fun night, and need another region win that night. So that'll put us in a good spot going into the final week in preparation for the tournament.
Congrats to the girls. Big win for sure.
As for the boys, tough loss, but you guys sure did put a scare into those lines.
To football now, and while Coach Slaughter's guys won't hit the field for another 7 months or so, we still have some football news for you today.
Sure do, Owen. And that news is that the schedule for the 2024 season is out, and there's some old and new opponents lined up for play this year.
Yep, and we talked to some of our coaches and players about how this year's schedule came about and what they liked and disliked about it.
Here's 5-star sports reporters Aiden Bilbrey and Jackson Bim with the report.
Hey guys, this is Coach David Gibson talking about next year's football schedule in 2024. We did change regions. Heritage moved into AAA instead of 4A, and it did change the region opponents. We'll be playing Adairsville, Calhoun, Northwest, Ridgeland, Lafayette, and Gilmer County as region opponents next year. So our region does look a decent bit different. It's actually pretty exciting. To be honest with you, sometimes when you play the same teams over and over and over again, you learn what to expect, and there's a comfort zone there. But at the same time, it's also there's nothing new, nothing super exciting sometimes about that. So having some new opponents is kind of exciting. It's going to be very challenging for us.
I mean, I feel like the schedule will be kind of challenging in some games. I mean, we're in a new region, so.
We've got some local opponents on schedule as opposed. We're playing Gordon Lee, obviously LFO, Ringgold. We're also playing Christian Heritage from down in Dalton. So it's going to be a pretty exciting schedule.
But I do feel like we can definitely come out with some good wins.
I feel like we're going to go undefeated this year. Lafayette, homecoming game, not even going to be a challenge, How do you feel about it, Noah?
I think our best games will be Ringgold, Calhoun, and Adairsville.
Wow, Court. There's some really good matchups this year for sure.
Now on to dance, and our Heritage High School dancers played host to their annual dance showcase competition last weekend right here at the Taj.
Sure did. Teams from all across North Georgia area participated in several different categories.
How'd our girls do?
Pretty good, I hear, but let's find out more in this report from David Butler and Parker Scott.
The HHS 5-Star Invitational was hosted here on Saturday.
We're really excited because we put in a lot of hard work.
And our team got first place. We went against Ringgold and LFO, and we won.
I think we expected to win. We just put in a lot of hard work.
So the competition went really great Saturday. We came in first place, and I felt like we performed really good.
We have 3 more competitions and then state, and hopefully we'll win at state too.
Thanks for sports, guys. And with that, we'll wrap up this Friday edition of the 5-Star News.
We'll be back on Tuesday with a brand new report. But until then, have a great weekend and stay classy, Heritage.